And I'm Emily Turner in tonight for Tanika Hughes. Police say these three men were arrested in connection to child sex abuse inside the church. The founder, Paul Dyal, is now behind bars without bond, charged with sexual abuse of a minor. Jerome Teschendorf and Vernon Williamson were arrested in Oklahoma on similar charges.
Action News Jack's Robert Grant joins us live at the Duval County Jail tonight. Robert, the list of alleged victims is growing.
Yeah, John, since the story broke, more than a dozen more victims have come forward to one of the attorneys on the case, each with a disturbing story of abuse and also isolation, one they say does not stop here in Jacksonville.
Intense, intimidating,
psychopathic,
power hungry.
Words to describe their experience at the Jacksonville Assembly of the Body of Christ Church from the alleged victims who saw it firsthand at a young age growing up in the church. The story stronger with numbers, each with a theme of isolation.
We weren't really supposed to communicate with outside folks.
Trauma, they say, stuck with them even after escaping.
You live with the trauma. And it affects your life. It affects your relationships. It affects how you are in your relationships. It affects how you are with your children.
The first sign of closure came after these three men were arrested. Lisa Stroud grew up under Jerome Teschendorf's roof, her stepfather. She says the phones were tapped. Security cameras watched her every move.
He would always tell me he had eyes in the back of his head. That's why he knew what I was doing. So you lived in a life of fear.
Fear, Lisa says, followed her at the church, where she recalls being paddled for punishment.
We would be told about them days before and left to think about them until the time arrived.
And it wasn't just the paddling. It was like lift you up off the floor and put you across the table paddling.
But they say the physical abuse doesn't compare to the mental wounds.
It doesn't leave. It's not a bruise that can heal or a bone that can mend.
These alleged victims say healing starts with a conviction, even as the threat of retaliation looms.
How far will they go? I do not know.
And the Jacksonville Sheriff's Office says it believes there could be more victims out there. They encourage anybody to step forward. Attorneys on the case.
All right, that was Robert Grant reporting. Sorry for the trouble with his mic.